Aisha, a graceful and intelligent young woman from a small African village, lived with a heavy burden on her heart. From a young age, she had been told by doctors that she would never be able to bear children. This news devastated her, but she kept it a secret, fearing the stigma and rejection it might bring. Every man that approached her, she eventually revealed her secret, only to be rejected time and again for her condition. She spent most of her days crying and hating herself. Her mother, Miriam, was the only one who knew the truth and urged her daughter to be open about it, especially when it came to matters of the heart. Years passed, and one day, as Aisha made her way to the well, a daily chore she enjoyed doing in the evenings, her life changed. The well, situated near the river, was a peaceful spot surrounded by acacia trees that provided soothing shade. The sound of the flowing river and the chirping of birds created a calming atmosphere, making it her favorite place to unwind after a long day. As she approached the well, she noticed the path was quiet. The village women had already come and gone, leaving the well lonely. Aisha was relieved since she preferred the isolation, where she could think and enjoy the serenity. She set down her clay pot and began the familiar task of drawing water. However, on this particular day, she felt more tired than usual. The sun was setting, and the day's work had taken a toll on her. As she lifted the pot, filled to the brim with water, she struggled to balance its weight. Her arms trembled, and just as she was about to steady it on her head, she lost strength. The pot tilted dangerously, and Aisha let out a small cry of frustration. At that very moment, Malik, a tall, handsome, and kind-hearted man from a neighboring village, happened to be returning from his farm on the other side of the river. His attention was drawn to the sound, and when he turned to look, he saw Aisha struggling with her water pot. Without a second thought, he rushed over to help. Just as Aisha regained her balance, she turned to see Malik, who was hurrying towards her. The sudden impact caused the pot to slip from her hands, splashing water everywhere. Aisha breathed hard, and for a moment, they both froze, staring at each other in surprise. Then, as the shock wore off, they both burst into laughter, the awkwardness of the situation melting away. "I'm so sorry," Malik said, still chuckling. "I didn't mean to scare you. I just wanted to help." Aisha, wiping droplets of water from her face, smiled shyly. "It's all right. I should have been more careful. Thank you for trying to help, though." Malik, now composed, took the pot from her hands and inspected it. Thankfully, it hadn't cracked from the fall. "Looks like it's still in one piece," he said with a smile. "Let me help you fill it again." Aisha nodded. "Thank you. I appreciate it." As Malik refilled the pot, Aisha couldn't help but notice his strong, confident appearance. He moved with an ease that suggested he was used to hard work, yet there was a gentleness in his actions that caught her off guard. Malik, on the other hand, was struck by Aisha's beauty and grace, even in the midst of an accident. Once the pot was filled, Malik carefully lifted it and placed it on Aisha's head with the skill of someone who had done this many times before. "There you go," he said, stepping back with a satisfied smile. Aisha supported the pot and thanked him again. "I haven't seen you around here before," she said, trying to make conversation. "I'm Malik," he introduced himself, offering a friendly smile. "I live in the next village over. I was just passing by on my way home." Aisha introduced herself, and they exchanged a few more words before she had to leave. As she walked away, Malik watched her go, feeling an unusual warmth in his chest. Aisha, too, felt something stir within her as she glanced back at him. From that day on, their paths seemed to cross more frequently, often by the river or on the road between their villages. Each encounter, though brief, was filled with shared smiles and growing curiosity. What had started as a simple coincidence quickly blossomed into something much more, as fate seemed to have brought them together in the most unexpected way. They quickly fell in love, and their connection blossomed into a beautiful relationship. Aisha was overjoyed but also deeply troubled by the thought of her secret. As their relationship grew more serious, Aisha's mother again urged her to tell Malik the truth. But Aisha, terrified by the fear of losing him, remained silent. When Malik asked for Aisha's hand in marriage, her heart raced. She was excited yet terrified. Knowing he had to speak to his parents about the marriage, Aisha's mother insisted she reveal her secret before it was too late. Sensing Aisha's fear, Malik sat down with her and she tearfully confessed her secret, expecting the worst. To her surprise, Malik gently took her hand and assured her that he loved her for who she was, not for what she could or couldn't give him. But he also knew that his parents, who were very traditional, would never agree to the marriage if they knew about Aisha's condition. In a bold and selfless move, Malik decided to tell his parents that he was the one with the disorder and couldn't father children. He faked medical records and put on a convincing act, all to protect Aisha and ensure their marriage could go forward. His parents, though disappointed, accepted their son's condition and agreed to the marriage, seeing how much he loved Aisha. The wedding took place with much joy and celebration, and Aisha and Malik began their married life together. Months after the wedding, Aisha began feeling unwell. To her astonishment, she discovered that she was pregnant. This miraculous news filled her heart with joy, but it also brought fear. How would Malik's parents react? Aisha told Malik about her pregnancy, and he was so happy that he went to tell his parents the good news. Malik's parents, however, were initially shocked. They had been led to believe that their son, Malik, was the one who couldn't father children, a lie he had told to protect Aisha and ensure their marriage. Malik's parents felt a surge of disbelief, followed quickly by suspicion and anger. Malik's mother, Fatima, was the first to express doubt. How could this be possible? She questioned herself with disbelief. Malik's father, Abdi, who had always been a stern and traditional man, was no less suspicious. He frowned deeply and looked at Aisha, asking if she had been unfaithful to her husband. Aisha, stunned by the accusations, felt her heart sink. She had expected joy and celebration at the news of her pregnancy, not this harsh response. Her eyes filled with tears as she insisted that she loved Malik and would never betray him. From that moment on, Malik's parents treated Aisha with disrespect. Fatima stopped speaking to her directly, often ignoring her presence or making hurtful remarks when Malik was not around. She refused to acknowledge the pregnancy, and when she did, it was only to imply that the child might not be Malik's. Malik, torn between his love for Aisha and his loyalty to his parents, tried to defend his wife. He pleaded with his parents to trust him, assuring them that Aisha had been faithful and that there was a reasonable explanation for everything. But Malik's defense only seemed to add fuel to their anger. Malik's mother asked him in anger why he defended Aisha and why he accepted a child that was not his, accusing Aisha of bringing shame to their family. The tension in the household grew unbearable. Aisha, feeling isolated and heartbroken, stopped participating in family activities and spent most of her time alone, trying to avoid the cold stares and hurtful comments from her in-laws. Malik did his best to comfort her, but the weight of his parents' disapproval hung heavily over them. The situation reached a breaking point when Malik's parents demanded that he send Aisha away. Malik, deeply hurt and angered by his parents' stubborn refusal to see the truth, realized that he could no longer keep the secret. It was time to tell them the truth, no matter the consequences. With a heavy heart, Malik gathered his parents and revealed the truth. It was not he who was infertile, but Aisha who had been told she couldn't bear children. He explained that he had lied to protect her, knowing that they would never have accepted her if they knew the truth from the beginning. Fatima and Abdi were stunned into silence. The realization of what they had done, the hurtful accusations, and the way they had treated Aisha, all based on a lie, hit them hard. Guilt washed over them as they realized the extent of their mistake. Deeply remorseful, Malik's parents sought out Aisha to beg for her forgiveness. They understood now that they had wronged her, accusing her unjustly and treating her cruelly when she had done nothing but bring a miracle into their lives. Fatima, tears streaming down her face, apologized to Aisha, while Abdi, though less expressive, humbly asked for her forgiveness as well. Fatima confessed how Malik had forged hospital documents to convince them that he could not father children, hiding the truth that Aisha was the one who is believed to be infertile. She told Aisha that Malik had done it all to protect her and to allow their marriage to take place. Aisha, though still hurt by the treatment she had received, saw the sincerity in their eyes. With Malik by her side, she forgave them, understanding that they, too, had acted out of fear and misunderstanding. With forgiveness, the family began to heal. The tension eased, and Malik's parents slowly started to warm up to Aisha, this time accepting her fully as their daughter-in-law. When the time came, Aisha gave birth to a beautiful baby girl, who brought immense joy and unity to the family. The birth of their grandchild softened Malik's parents even further, as they realized the miracle that Aisha had brought into their lives. The child became a symbol of love, forgiveness, and the bond that now held the family together. In the end, Malik and Aisha's love had triumphed over the challenges they faced. The couple, along with Malik's parents, learned valuable lessons about love, acceptance, and the importance of family. They embraced their future with hope and joy, looking forward to raising their daughter in a home filled with love and understanding. If you enjoyed this story, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more inspiring tales. Like this video if it touched your heart, and feel free to share it with your friends and family. We'd also love to hear your thoughts, so leave a comment below and let us know what you think. Your support means the world to us and helps us continue bringing you more amazing stories. Until next time.